Welcome back, lovely people. This is Newfoundland and Labrador Studies 2205, Unit 1 on Culture, Section 2, Lesson 5, Video 2 on Canada's political system. Now, you might already be familiar with Canada's political system, but this is a review to ensure that everyone knows the basics. So, in Canada, our political practice is based on a parliamentary system. This system is the same in the UK and other countries in the British Commonwealth. In an election, each area or political riding has people vote to pick a representative to sit in government on their behalf. The person with the most votes becomes the Member of Parliament, or you might have heard them referred to as an MP, for that riding in the federal government, or becomes the Member of the House of Assembly, MHA, in the provincial government. You might wonder why they're called two different things. Well, it has to do with the names of the buildings. This is the Parliamentary Building in Ottawa, and on the next slide you'll see the House of Assembly, which is in St. John's. Usually the MP or MHA is a member of a particular political party. The party with the most elected members forms the government. Now, there are a lot of different political parties in our country. I'm not going to go over them at this time because we're not in a politics course. This is just for basics. So, in Canada, there are three types of government, depending on how many seats are won by a particular political party. Seats means how many electoral districts there are. So there is one member for every electoral district, and they form a seat. So, the most ideal type of government for the winning party is a majority government. And this means the winning party gets 50% of the seats plus one or more. A minority government forms when the winning party has less than 50% of the seats, but still more than the other parties. So there is a clear winner, so to speak. Lastly is a coalition government. This doesn't happen very often, but it does occur. And this is when the winning party has less than 50% of the seats in the House, but no party has a distinguishable lead. So it's not like there's a big difference between the winning party and the other parties. Two or more parties in this situation could form what's called a coalition to work together to exercise power. But like I said, a coalition government doesn't happen as often. People usually refer to this type of government as a democracy, which can be defined as the rule of the majority. This definition implies that the majority can make a decision by which all citizens will be bound. Such decisions might disadvantage the minority, though. So, to guard this from happening, Canada has what is called a constitutional democracy. This means that while decisions are made by the majority, the Constitution sets out basic rights that apply to all citizens. Thus, the government is unable to make decisions that would threaten those rights. In Canada, our Constitution is called the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. It's a very important document, and I suggest that you review it. The government holds the trust of its people. Bound by certain limits, governments use economic, geographical, and historical data to enact legislation that governs virtually all aspects of our lives, therefore greatly influencing our culture. So now it's time to review. I wanted to take this moment to remind you, because many of you who are listening to this are approaching voting age in Canada. It is very important that you exercise your right to vote. You want your voice heard in how the province is run and how the country is run. When you are 18, please find out the way to register to vote. All right? So, complete your activities now in Brightspace and enjoy your day.